guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about all things Disney as well as how to plan your Walt Disney World vacation. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. There are a lot of things to do in Disney World. It can honestly be really overwhelming. I find it really helpful to create a bucket list. That way, whenever you are planning your trips, you're able to kind of prioritize the things that are going to be most important for you for those trips. I'm going to share my top 10 Disney World bucket list items with you today. I also have a really special surprise for the end of this video, so make sure you watch all the way through. Alrighty guys, let's get started. Okay, so number one, this has been on my bucket list for a while, and soon we will get this going. But that is to try the kitchen sink at Beaches and Cream. We intended on doing it when we went on our 2017 trip. I think we even ended up having like a reservation for Beaches and Cream, but Mark Allen wasn't feeling it, so we didn't end up doing it, and I was kind of sad. But we're doing it on our trip next year. We have our friends that we're going with, and we already decided, guys, we're doing this. So that is my number one item. Number two, to ride the hot air balloon in Disney Springs. I did not know that this was a thing until right before our May trip, and I was like, what? That is so cool. And apparently it's not super expensive either, so I definitely at some point want to do that hot air balloon because that would be so cool. Yeah. Number three, and I think a lot of people probably have this on their bucket list if they're somebody that goes to Disney more than once, and that is to stay at every Disney resort at least one time. If you think about that, you gotta go to Disney a lot to get that goal. But so far we have stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and we've stayed at Pop Century, and I guess if you want to count it, I stayed at Caribbean Beach when I was younger, but I know it's like totally different now, so that one will probably still be on our list for the future. And number four, this one I'm a little salty about, and that is to see Fantasmic. Every time we have tried to see this show, it has not worked out. On our 2017 trip, we had a bunch of other shows that we wanted to see, and so we weren't able to see that one because it just didn't fit in our schedule. And this time, we had a plan to go see it, and the night that we were originally going to go see it, we just changed our mind last second and decided to go see Illuminations instead. So then the night that we were going to go see it, it rained and we couldn't see it because they canceled it, and I was really sad. So at some point we're gonna see that dang show. Speaking of nighttime shows, number five is to eat at California Grill and watch the fireworks. Again, I'm pretty sure this is on like everybody's bucket list, but I really want to do it. Mark Allen and I really enjoy fine dining, and the fireworks are amazing. So you can't even have a more perfect combination. So someday that's happening. Number six. This is another one that we almost did, but then we didn't, and I'm kind of sad that we didn't, and that is the Wild Africa Trek tour at Animal Kingdom. And if you don't know what this is, it's really cool. It's like a couple hours long, but you basically get to go behind the scenes tour of like the safari. So you can kind of do, I know you get to walk like right by the alligator crocodiles and whatever, and like you get to get kind of up close-ish to some of the animals, and you get to eat like a meal out on the savannah, and it's super cool. It's very expensive, which is why we haven't done it yet, but I really, someday I want to do that tour because it just looks so amazing. Number 7, this one's kind of fun. I really someday want to participate in a Run Disney event. I do not have any intention of running like a marathon or half marathon or whatever, but like one of the little like 5K, yeah, I want to do that sometime. I think that would be really fun. I don't know when I'm gonna end up doing that. I gotta get Mark Allen on board with that with me, which ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Someday, I want to do that. I think it would be a really cool accomplishment. All right, and number 8. This is one that we intended on doing on our May trip, and we forgot to do it. Honestly, we were like sitting there, we're like, have we done everything? Yeah, I think we've done everything. No, we didn't do everything. We wanted to go to Tom Sawyer's Island and we didn't do it. And I don't know why we just totally forgot about it, but Tom Sawyer's Island, I want to go and check it out and see, because it looks like a lot of fun just to go explore and walk around and do all that fun stuff. So again, someday we'll get there. We'll make sure that we get there. And number 9. This is one that I'm surprised we also haven't done yet, and that is actually eat at a table service restaurant in Epcot. Because both times that we've been, we've gone for the festivals, and so we've just eaten a bunch of festival food, but we've never actually eaten at any of the restaurants in Epcot. And I really want to, because there's so many really amazing options. I know for future plans, we do have some of those planned out that we will be eating at. It's definitely on my list to eat at least one of them. Really, I would love to eat at all of them, but you know, we'll just start with one. All right, and last one, number 10. That is to attend the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. Again, a lot of these things I'm like, why haven't we done this? And I think it's just we forget or whatever. On our 2017 trip, we could have gone, but this was back when I was like Disney newbie and I didn't know anything. And I was like, the Halloween party? That sounds lame. That's probably just for kids and whatever. Well, then after our trip, we started seeing some videos and things of what it actually is. And I was like, well, dang, that's actually really cool. Why didn't we do that? So that is now on my list. Which brings me to our surprise. I got some magic mail. From looking at this box, you may know what this is, but I'm gonna unbox it for you now and show you what we got. Ta-da! We got magic bands, which if you know what this means, it means we're going back to Disney. And I'm so pumped. So I'll talk more about that here in a second, but I'll show you what magic bands we got. Disney right now, they are offering, you can get upgraded magic bands for like $10 instead of paying the normal prices, which are usually like 25 to 30, sometimes more than that. So we got some of our magic bands in. So I'm gonna show you those now. First one is Mark Allen's. He didn't want this one at first, but I thought it was really neat, so I told him to get this one. But it's Donald Duck. And it's just got a bunch of like his sayings and stuff on it. I think that one's really fun. And then mine is, it's the castle. I thought this was really pretty. I love that. And I love that it has Mickey and the little D on the other side. Yeah, so those were the magic bands that we have for our next trip. So you're probably wondering when we're going and what we're doing and all that stuff. So I'll share a little bit of that with you guys. We are going in October for my birthday, kind of. I had this whole plan, you guys. So I gotta tell you this plan because it's kind of funny. I knew I wanted to go back in the fall for Food and Wine and Mickey's Not So Scary and all that stuff. And so I kept telling Mark Allen, I'm like, we should go again. We should go again. And he's like, Kayla, we don't have money for that. Kayla, we don't. I'm like, sure we do. It'll be fine. It's like super cheap. If we go for just like a weekend, like it'll be really cheap. It'll be great. And so I just kind of kept plugging that in his head. And I told my friend, I was like, watch, this is what's gonna happen. Because he was very anti, like he was not about it. I was like, watch, we're gonna go on this May trip and we're gonna get home. And on the way home, he's going to say, man, I really wanna go back. And you guys, it totally happened. It totally happened. So we were getting ready to leave on our last day and he's like, oh, I just wanna come back. And I was like, well, you know, it'll be really cheap if we just do a weekend trip in October. I felt very clever. So now we're going back. We are going to be doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I'm not telling you what we're dressing up as because I think it's funny and I want it to be a surprise. So you'll have to wait to find out. We are also going to be doing Food and Wine Festival, of course, because you have to. And I'm very pumped for that because I love Food and Wine Festival. We will not be going to Galaxy's Edge unless we're just feeling really spur of the moment ambitious, and here is why. One, it's crazy busy because it will have just opened in the end of August. No thanks. Also, we are going on a trip with friends next year and we really wanted it to be a new experience for all of us. So that's part of why we're wanting to save it. But then also too, this is a really short trip. And so with our itinerary of what we're planning on doing, we don't really have time to go. So yeah, there's that. Oh, also we are gonna be staying at a resort I never thought we would be staying at, but I'm kind of excited. We're staying at the All-Star Movies Resort. The goal of this is to be like as cheap as possible trip. So that is part of why we're staying there. But we also found out Mark Allen is very anti-value resorts. He liked Pop, but other than that, like the All-Stars, like he's very anti-All-Stars. So I'm sorry if you guys like the All-Stars. That's just, Mark Allen's a little bougie and he likes things a little fancy. And so he's like, I don't want to stay there, whatever. But apparently they have some refurbished rooms that look really nice. They honestly look a lot like the Pop Century rooms, but they're the All-Star themes. I know that for sure the ones that are renovated are the ones in the Toy Story section. So I'm hoping that we'll put in our request and hopefully we will get to stay in those rooms. That would be really neat to stay in one of those refurbished rooms. If not, guys, I don't really care. It's bed. We won't be there that much. It's cheap, so cool, whatever. But it'll be something different and it'll be another resort that we get to mark off on our bucket list. I'm very excited that we are going. And of course, I will be vlogging the whole trip. We'll be sharing it with you, of course. And I'm really pumped for that. And I really did not intend on telling you guys yet until a little closer to time, but we got those magic bands in and I was really excited and I wanted to share it with you. So here we go, we're going back to Disney. Are any of you guys attending either Food and Wine or Mickey's Not So Scary or any of those fun festivities this fall? Or do you have a bucket list of your own that you want to share? Put those down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you enjoy content like this or you want to see my vlogs in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification. That way you're notified when I upload new videos. Alrighty guys,